Hi, Sean. How are you today?
Andy, how you doing?
Doing good. How's your packing going?
Oh, it's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still working on it.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm kind of packed up for the most part, like other than things
yeah.
that I use them, day to day.
Hmm.
Like I've emptied all the drawers and stuff in the kitchen, but that's really about it. But most of that stuff's like silverware and things that I actually like use.
Yeah.
So I can't really just pack it up.
Right. Yeah, you're like, I need it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But
That is,
yeah,
it makes it tricky when you're like, not just like packing up real quick and moving like all at once, but when you're like, I still
exactly.
have things I need to be using.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially like if you live in I feel like when you've been living in apartments and things too, it's like most everything is stuff you use pretty much all the time. So that definitely makes it trickier.
Am mildly surprised there are a significant amount of things that I was able to pack away. Like I'm
Nice.
pretty much like other than the big stuff, like
Hmm.
I could probably take most of it like next weekend
Oh, nice.
because
Cool.
I close this coming Friday, so I won't be available.
Ah.
I won't be available for less than next week.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, because you'll be moving. That's
Yes.
exciting. Yeah, you'll probably
So
need the weekend to get everything moved. That's very cool, though. That's exciting. I love it.
but
Awesome.
yeah, I just need to make it through this week. If I can make it through the travel tomorrow and Tuesday, and
Yeah.
not looking forward to this.
Oh.
It's gonna be a long freaking week,
Hmm.
and my boss is on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so I'm acting
Hmm.
manager, and I'm like,
Oh,
every time this happens,
whoa. Yeah.
every time this happens, something blows up, and I'm like, cool.
And you're
The
like,
hell you
and
want
I
me to
get
do
to
about it?
deal with it.
Most of the time, I'm like, and what the hell do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, you're
Like,
like, you're paid to be the manager, so you have to take care of it.
well, it's like we'll get something from like one of the jobs in California or in like
Oh.
Boston, and it's like, well, this is going wrong, and I'm like, cool. What the fuck do you want me to do
And
about it? I'm in
but yeah,
Ohio.
exactly. You're like, I'm not even there. I don't know anything about it.
I'm like, cool. Like, get it fixed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what
Oh,
they're used to dealing with the managers here, but
right.
tough.
Hmm.
Like, I don't. Just one of those moments that I'm like, huh? Like
Yeah, you'd
something,
think the people
something.
actually working on the project would know better what to do.
Yeah, our sensors are reading that this, airflow isn't right. Then adjust the dampers. Like, did you really need me to tell you this?
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I don't think you should be in an HVAC field if you need me to tell you this.
Well, hopefully then, hopefully it'll they'll not have any issues and
I'm
you'll just be
hoping.
able to,
Yeah, it's gonna be an
live your normal
interesting
life.
couple. It'll be an interesting week for sure because I've got
Hmm.
my final walkthrough on Thursday. And I have to do that in like the middle of the day, which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
it's the only time my realtor had available. So it's like F.
Yeah. Oh. Well,
So
hopefully the week goes by okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna take a big old kick in the groin, i.e. the wallet,
Hmm. Yeah.
because the money people are supposed to get me the final number that I need to bring to closing this week.
Hmm.
So it's like, ooh, this is gonna suck.
Aw.
Like I'm expecting like somewhere between 3,500 and 3,800, but knowing my luck, I'll get some surprise that'll be like, oh yeah, 42. And I'm like, well, looks like I'm not doing that bathroom modification for a little bit
Aw.
to where the master bathroom has a tub. That's it. No shower, just a tub. It's so weird. I've never in my life seen a tub that didn't. And well, let me put it this, I've never seen an attached tub that's like
Hmm.
attached to the walls where a shower wasn't involved. Like I've been in places that have like the basin tubs or like a clawfoot. They're not
Yeah.
supposed to have showers, but it's like somebody just kind of gave up and went, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is weird. And it's in the master bathroom. Like, that's where I want to shower. Like, right near the closet.
Right.
Like, thanks.
Aw.
Now I have to go to the other one that's on the other side of the house.
Yeah.
Great.
Aw. Right.
Like, this is annoying. Oh,
Well, I hope everything ends up being really positive, but I know that right now you've just got a lot of change going on.
it
So,
is, and it's like this can be over with now. Can just
yeah.
be over with. That would be super.
Aw. Yeah. Well, we're gonna make the most of our lesson today, see what we can do with it.
All right.
And and all of the moving stuff will still be there at the end.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and dive in. So, all right, how are you feeling with your three minors? We're doing six flats now, right? Or
Yes.
trips? Flats. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Six flat.
Six flats. And how are we feeling with the natural, harmonic, and melodic minors?
Um, Natural, I'm fine. Harmonic, I have a weird moment
Hmm.
when it comes because it's raising the sev it's the sixth, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So like I don't know why, like,
So harmonic on you're gonna raise just the seventh, the sixth stays down, and you do
okay.
that on the way up and down. And then for melodic, you're gonna raise the sixth and seventh, and then on the way down, you're gonna lower those again from the natural.
Okay, so I was doing the harmonic incorrectly because I was raising the
Ah,
seventh,
okay.
not the
So let's go ahead
sixth.
and try that natural minor, 4 octaves.
Okay. So it's natural, not a problem.
Great. All
Not a
right.
problem.
So harmonic, you're gonna raise just the seventh on the way up and the way down.
Okay, so that was why I was raising the six on instead of the seventh. So
Yeah.
that's where I was like, this doesn't sound right.
Hmm.
Eh, There's my fingering there a little bit. Gotta lose my fingering on the decline there. That was weird. Hence the pause.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, no, no, my finger's not going for F. What's going on? Where am I at? Where are my
Yeah,
hands?
let's do
What's
that
going
one
on?
again. Let's do that
Okay.
harmonic minor again.
So on the incline, not a problem.
Perfect.
Decline is where it. Okay. So I figured out what the issue was. Anytime I was coming off of the of E flat, well, from the F to the E flat, I need to make sure it's the four finger so I can get the D natural on the three. Then the thumb can take the B.
Hmm.
That was just a like a weird not paying attention to my finger placement situation. So so that shouldn't be too difficult to correct.
Right.
All right, and then melodic.
Yes. So this one you raise the sixth and seventh on the way up, and then you lower them on the way down.
Oop. So I got a little too used to the raising that six there.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
So how are you feeling about it now?
I'm feeling pretty good now that like again it was I think it was just on the harmonic I was raising the sixth and not the seventh, so it was just
Yeah.
that in the practice I'm like this doesn't sound right. And usually I have like my little poster cheat sheets hanging up, but I don't have them hanging up right now. So
Oh, right. So you're like, oh, I can't peek.
yeah, and then I can't go like shit. What am I supposed to do for this?
Yeah. All right, awesome. Okay. So then let's go ahead and do our four octave arpeggio.
Okay. Dude. Yeah, that one's fairly feel pretty confident about that one.
Great. Excellent. All right. So then let's go ahead and I'm going to have you try the chords in this key. So go through all seven of the chords.
Excuse me. Dude. A little bit of the C natural on that one. Okay, so the sixth chord I'm a little confused on. There
All
it
right,
is.
so what are you got it? All right.
Yeah. And then back to, or no, I'm sorry, the seventh. The seventh was the one. So is the seventh with this scale? I'm not digging it. Seventh is kind of important. It's right about the time I hit that B, the yeah, the B flat.
Mhm.
F. I feel like I'm not doing that right. Sounds right. D flat, F, A flat.
All right, nice.
Okay. It's like I'm like trying to remember the basis of a D chord, and I'm like, there's no F in a D chord, is there?
But it's D flat, right?
Yes. So it's
D flat, F, A
D
flat's
flat.
the D flat major
A-
chord.
But again, I'm like, there's no F in a D chord anywhere. Wait, yes, there is. Why am I thinking? I don't know.
Your brain led you astray.
It very much did.
All right, nice. So then let's go ahead and we're going to try our Hanon. Are we doing number 6 now?
Yes.
All right, great.
Oh, all right. So in my practice, I discovered a little bit extra something that I was missing.
Okay.
Um, and it's towards the end. It's literally at the end of the descent. So that kind of was like an oh, the hell? Oh, I haven't been playing that right at all. So that was like that was a
Whoops.
that was a moment of oh. Nope. And this is the fun part. This is the B, G, G. And that's the end of the decline. And I was playing it completely wrong because that last measure is supposed to be B, or B, G, F, G, E, G, D, C.
Mm-hmm.
And then it picks back up with the G. It would help if I'm playing the right notes. My, ooh. So a few stumbles overall, feel pretty confident, like just some kind of effectively just lazy finger action
Yeah.
going. Um, the big surprise was that like I said, that last measure on the decline where I actually like slowly like tried to like sight read and play,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like got to the end of the decline and I was like, oh, not even in the ballpark of what I was like just going with.
Yeah.
And then I found that pattern of the B, that became that the transition into the ascend became a little tricky sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, so I kind of drilled that a bit, was just those two measures.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, overall, not terrible, but it does, like, for some strange reason, my brain would just completely lose the pattern.
Mhm.
So it would be like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What what happened here?
Right.
Like I would like start trying to play the same pattern for the decline over again. I'm like, nope, nope, nope,
Mm-hmm.
nope, stop. So yeah, I drilled those two measures quite a bit this past week.
Okay, good. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and do your technique exercise from your book.
Okay. All right. This one again, it's the number four. I have issues with it. I don't know why.
That's why we gotta work on it. The sooner you conquer it, the sooner you can move forward past it and leave it behind.
God, I hope so. Uh, so it's so, nope. And then it's C. This is the part. This is the transition that always kicks my butt. It's because it goes back to the C.
So let's just drill the transition, just that spot. Let's
Okay,
do it maybe 5 times.
because it goes C, C, C. And then it goes to oh, it's front. C, C. Then it's that extra. It's that. There it is. Yes. Yeah. Stupid leisure lines.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's the C. There it is. So it doesn't just end on the C, it ends with the C pattern. But yeah, that transition's still a little tricky. And then honestly, I think what it is, and I have a feeling this is part of the reasoning behind this exercise and
Yeah.
change in pattern. It's the you go low, high, back to low, and it's the I always somewhat lose my fingering after that 1, 2, 3,
Hmm.
because then it's there, and then I have to like that the hand has to pivot and land back on the 3.
Yeah.
It's that pivot that I somewhat lose.
Hmm.
Not always, but if there's gonna be a trip up, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly certain that's part of the point of the exercise.
Right.
But that's usually where I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Because it'll just be like, okay, cool.
Hmm.
And it's like, ah, crap. Like, where's my finger at? Where's my finger at?
Yeah.
It's like I don't like it's that weird it's the reverse feel. I don't know if this makes any sense. It's that feeling when you're taking a multiple choice question, test question where you're like,
Yeah.
is my first placement good? And like on a multiple choice test, they always tell you, yes, your first instinct is always the right answer or is always the one that you should go with. I found
Yeah.
with I found with my finger placement, no, no, it is not.
Oh.
So it's really like
Well, that's
and I'm
good
like,
to recognize.
and then I'm like, did I do it right? Did I do it right? And then the thinking time, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, this is 3-4 time, and I'm like a measure and a half's worth of notes behind it, any
Yeah.
kind of pacing, and I'm like, uh.
Hmm.
So that's been the tricky thing with this one. It's mostly just
Hmm.
that decline.
Yeah.
The reach is not fun either, but
Hmm.
I get that's also purposely. I assume I don't I didn't. That wasn't even a bad idea in 1980 or 1880 something. Um, but I'm pretty sure that that extra stretch is for a dexterity build.
Right. Which is good because we want to
Yeah.
develop that. Yeah, all of these exercises, they have specific things they're having you do to develop certain coordination or strength or agility. So all of it is purposeful.
Yes, and I mean I like I said I can see it. I don't like it, and I think partly it's because I struggle with it.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
take from that what you will, kind of a thing.
Right.
But yeah, that one's been a little bit more tricky when we go start going back down
Hmm.
because it's again it just ends up being that okay it's like the low high and and it's so easy to just lose one finger in the mix
Yeah.
and it's like I don't have it down well enough that like I'm like a finger's getting lost. It's just gonna
Right.
happen.
Yeah.
Whether it be one of the anchor fingers like at 1 in 5, or it's that after the after that
Yeah.
a finger's getting lost.
Right.
So that could focus a little bit more on this exercise,
Yeah, for sure.
the limited time that I will have to practice this week. Um, just because that one definitely I need to improve on.
Okay. Yeah. Great. All right. So you're going to keep working on that. Let's go ahead and go to our Bach piece next.
Okay. Uh, it's slouching all day.
Oh.
Not what I was going for, shoulder. I wanted the spine. All right. I worked a little. I didn't do anything consecutive with this piece
Okay.
this week. That's not entirely true. Maybe like the first, getting a little bit more familiar with the first 3 lines of the second part after the repeat.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just drilling spots.
Hmm.
Weak, like hands separately, mostly right hand. Um, just because that second those three lines in the second half were still kind of really kicking my butt.
Yeah.
Um, so I've been on a hand separate kick lately, which I need to get off of. I need to start putting stuff together. I really do. Um, but hand separate, you want to just take it from the top or how
Yeah,
you want
let's
to
go
do
ahead. Yeah, so let's do hands separately since that's what you've been doing.
it? Okay.
So we'll just do one then the other. So which do you want to start with?
Uh, let's go ahead and start with the right hand.
Okay.
Take that every time.
Make a note of that spot.
And because it's the jump. Ah, then I lose it. And then this is the measure that I even have it marked. It's the part that's kicking my butt.
All
It's
right,
the
so then we need to drill that spot.
yeah, it's from the triplet.
Do you need to work just the triplet by itself?
It's the combo of it I'm noticing because
Okay.
this piece has a very I'm noticing it has a very decent I don't know if this makes any sense. It probably does. Hand spread, like nothing's really tightly grouped hand wise. I mean, it goes from G to G,
Yeah.
like full octave, and kind of everything in between. But it's at this spot where it's like every all the notes are grouped. It's all the notes like get like grouped into this like four note section, and my hands just like it's gone from wide open to like old T-Rex hand, and it's like we don't like this. Like like I can feel like the muscle in the ball of my hand has like improved like when it comes to the spread,
Yeah.
but like it's like the sec like kind of like with a bicep, like
Hmm.
you can't completely like this part of your arm doesn't touch your shoulder anymore
Right.
because your bicep has gotten too big. Well, that's kind of how my hand's getting. Like certain parts don't touch as easy anymore, and I'm like,
Right.
we're all like right here between like E E5 and G5. It's like all right there.
All right.
So it's like, like no, stop it. Because the hand placement kind of kicks my, or the, excuse me, the finger placement kind of kicks my butt right here.
Oh man.
Because I find myself doing the triplet 3, 4, 5.
Hmm.
And I'm noticing per the sheet music's instructions, I should be on 3 at the G.
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes you have to kind of like, if it's too far, kind of like da-da, like quick, just kind of hop it. Like if you can't actually reach both at the same time.
well, what kicks my butt, I think, is that it's the triplet from F sharp to A, and then back all the way down to B, which is kind of weird.
Hmm.
Then the D sharp, and then it's like because then we just start walking it down the and then so it's like from that. I think part of it is also the I'm holding it a little too long too.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, blah, blah. Stop it. So there, I feel like there's a flow issue there for me,
Sure.
which kind of unfortunately it jumbles me up between. Of course, you're not going to number the measures. Why would you help me out? So between that triplet, and this is like I think this is part of big part of where it kicks my butt is like
Yeah.
just fingering for me. It's like it's weird because not thinking about it, I end up on that D sharp on my 3. So when I needed to go into E, D sharp, E, F sharp,
Hmm.
by the time I hit that F sharp, I'm on 5 and I'm out of room, and I still need to go to the G.
Yeah. Yep. So just kind of breaking that down, processing that, figuring out how we
Yeah.
need to get all that set up.
Yeah, that part's still very dodgy. And then
Mm-hmm.
the aspect at the end where we end up with back at the and this still just it instead of the instead of that triplet,
Mm-hmm.
it's just A B. That part still is like I you repeat it so many times you just want to go there. The muscle memory almost becomes the muscle memory's there, but it's in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Like I just want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's and then that's the end.
Mm-hmm.
But that part's still kind of mm, excuse me. Oh, if left hand still kind of dodgy. Um, 'Cause it's nope. It's this part that just it's that A to F sharp that is like that's a jump.
Yeah.
But, like I almost have to follow the there. There. And then we would start over. Oop. Getting a little too excited. Yeah. And the left hand on the second part, it's still it's even worse, so to speak.
Yeah, so then that means we need to work on that left hand more than we work on the right hand. So
Yeah.
before you even start the right hand, practice that left hand like 5 times in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and do that left hand again.
So it's the second half that's really um, where I'm like, this probably should be way better along than it is.
Hmm.
And again, I think it's more of the like it's something about even this first measure because it's just E, D sharp, B, yes. Yeah. I'm like, ugh. One, like, cause it's that D sharp. I'm like, even kind of attempting to put hands together on that, I don't know if I'm playing this right, and it bugs me.
Oh,
No, that's too
so you can
high.
always write in notes to yourself, like all your fingering, all your, um, you can add in every note, like especially spots that are tricky for you.
It's the ear. It's the ear part for me.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm playing the right note, like I know the notes, but I'm like, ugh. Like I even know, like I just because of the issue that I was having in the right hand where I wasn't playing D sharp, I was playing D flat. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm even like checking it, like, yeah. I'm like, ugh. Even that sounds better, but I mean, it's still like, ugh. Straight up E chord. Yep. Had to think about that for a second. Sorry, because it remains heavy on the E on this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, this second part, the left hand, is definitely going to need to be worked on, like bad, because I'm not nearly as strong with this in that section.
Okay.
So I kind of want to just like break that two and what? How many split? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 1/6.
Yeah.
Um, just that section because that's where most of my ugh moments come from.
Hmm.
Um, right hand, I've drilled a little bit more, but still I'm having those like trip spots. Left hand, I just desperately need to practice that
Yeah.
because
Okay.
just,
So you know
just
what you need to work on, which is great.
yeah. Oh, this piece,
Hmm.
definitely a labor of love on this one,
Yeah.
but yeah, this one, it's just that second part.
Yeah.
I mean, even that first section, if I slow it down to a snail's pace, I can put hands together.
Mhm.
Um, I don't even think I could do that with the second part yet.
Yeah.
There's no confidence whatsoever in that.
Hmm.
So,
So
uh,
you gotta work on it.
yeah, I definitely want to like break that 2 and 1. Nope, nope, 2 and 1. Yeah, 1/3, 2 and a third line. Yay,
Okay.
math. because it just again like it starts out like just want to make sure. Yeah, E, D sharp, B, E, B, E, and then we go really weird with E. Yep, yep, yep. Nope, yep, maybe E G or E G. How the hell is that gonna work? They've got me at EGB on 121. E. It's a weird cross under.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're just
And
gonna probably have to drill that spot as well.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think you've got a lot of really good stuff to work on. Don't pressure yourself to do hands together yet. Just drill those spots, work them up to where you feel like everything is, consistently well prepared. So work up the parts that need more work, like the left hand or those individual sections, until
Okay.
everything seems pretty solid across the board. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So then you'll start putting it together, but first get everything where you feel like it's pretty darn solid hands separately, okay?
Okay.
All right. Nice work today, Sean.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I hope it's a good week.
We'll see what happens.
All righty.
Um,
Well, I will see you soon. Not next Sunday, but soon.
all
All righty. Well, happy moving week, and I hope all goes well, and I will see you in a little bit.
right.
All right. Bye, Sean.
Bye.